All right, everybody. How is everybody doing? How's everybody doing? A little bit of Tash Sultana. All right. If you guys can hear me, please type yes on the chat. I will appreciate that. All right. All right. So Kai, just be patient. They will get back to you. We do have, or we do get a ton of emails. Um, and the support team will get back to you. You're on the queue. Don't worry about it. Awesome, Shane. Thank you. How is everybody doing? Just 16 people on the show? No way. Well, it's Friday. No one wants to work on Friday, right? Get out. All right, so big day today, guys. Big day today. Options expiration. Friday. Hold on. Options expiration Friday. Here's the option expiration calendar. So you can see options expire today. Uh, this um, this will bring some very, very nice opportunities in U.S. equities, right? And that is the only thing that I'm looking at the moment, right? 6:14 a.m. So, bingo opens in about 2 hours. Bingo. Yeah. The New York session opens, yeah, in about 2 hours, and I'm gonna go through the possible setups that I'm looking at, right? So, but before I go on with my show, I want to know if you guys know what options expiration means. I'm gonna start, and if you have any questions about this particular topic, just type it on the chat. Normally, when options expire, the next day or next Monday is very bearish, right? So I'm looking at possible sales on U.S. equities, right? I'm gonna start with the Dow, then the Nasdaq, and then the S&P 500. I'm gonna go here because I always have my squawk on. Right. Before I move forward, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It's free and it helps us out a ton with the YouTube algorithm to reach other traders. And if you enjoy my shows, just tap that like button too. So, like I said, I'm looking at possible sales on U.S. equities. I'm gonna start with the Dow. Right. So option contracts expire every single month. I'm gonna show you the calendar, right? Every single month, options expire. So that you know, I'm not gonna do a educational show on options expiration, but basically what you need to know is that historically speaking, um, the Monday after options expiration or the next day, right? Because sometimes it's on Tuesday. It's very bearish, right? Now, what can, I mean, why don't we do something fun actually? Why don't we do something fun and let's grab the 4-hour chart on the S&P 500. Actually, the 8-hour chart on the S&P 500. I'm gonna delete all the drawings here. Remove drawings. And why don't we go ahead and look at what happened on um, January 21st, options expiration Friday. So, how do you go back? You know, I'm just gonna go here, forward chart, January 21st, boom, boom. Let me grab my crosshair tool. So January 21st, options expired, right? January 21st, blah, 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 here. So options expire here. This is very cool. So historic price action, right? Gives you clues. Here is options expiration Friday, or the last for January. And as you can see, it brought again a bearish move. So that's why I'm looking for shorts on US equities. Now I'm gonna go through the setups. Does Learn to Trade has history data, other trades? Yeah, we do. And actually, close this. Actually, we just opened a an account to track all of our trades. Now, the reason is because since January we have worked on evolving and we have worked on um, upgrading and optimizing our training, right? So if you're a VIP, you have seen that the number of trades that we send is much lower than in the past, right? But if you follow or if you have followed our trade since January, you also have seen that um, the profit that you have made is much, much, much bigger. So right now we're focusing on just trading a high probability setups. And yeah, sometimes or some days we might not send a trade, and that's completely fine. Why? Would you, because the question is this: what do you want to do? Do you want to trade 4, 5, 6 times a day, or do you want to make money? So until last year, until December, we usually were sending about 3 to 4 VIP trades per day, but that was not optimal. That's not how you make money in the long term. And I completely changed the way that we manage money and the way that we manage trades and send trades. And right now, yeah, we're just focusing on high probability trades, right? For example, myself, I have only traded gold this week. That's the only thing that I have traded. Um, I have I have traded gold 3 times, and yeah, let me show you actually. So I've have traded gold 3 times. So this was my first buy in gold, still holding some, right? Took profits along the way, boom. Then I took a buy here, right? Took 75% off here, and then got stopped out at break even. And then I took another buy here, right in the middle of the week, and still riding this. So this is the only market that I have traded this week. And yeah, I've seen some opportunities in other markets, but they were not high probability setups. And it's hard enough to make money trading, right? and giving back your hard-earned money, it's just something that I hate. So if you guys are not are not VIPs, right? And if you are looking for 6, 7 trades a day, this is not the place for you, and you should look elsewhere, right? Another trade that I took was buying Bitcoin, right here, and I got stopped out at break even, right? And I have a new trade in Ethereum, but that is a string trade VIP trade, and I can't show you that. But basically that's what we do, and it has been. I mean, it took us about a month and a half just um, to get settled, on this new strategy. And yeah, we're going to start um, trading an account with all the VIP trades that we send from me, from Olympio, and from Assist with a 1% risk. Morning from Vegas, 4 a.m. in Vegas. Well, Vegas, I love Vegas. I was in Vegas uh, in December for UFC 269. That was awesome. That was really awesome. Off topic, is customer support working? Yeah. I mean, Oliver, like I told Kai, we get a ton of emails every single day. And you're on the queue. We never not answer an email sent by a customer, so you will hear back from our customer support department. Just be patient. Be patient. Right. So this is what we do. This is what we're going to do, and let's have a look at equities. Right. This is Bitcoin. So, like I told you, possibly looking at sales. Um, I a couple of days ago I had a sell stop here just below these lows that didn't get triggered, and I deleted it when price broke with the highs, with the daily highs, just to see price, move in my direction, which is fine. So let's start by looking at the Dow. Actually, my sell stop was on the S&P 500, but basically the same price action, right? Let's have a look at the Dow first. So um, I'm gonna delete all the drawings here. Big levels here on the daily, just one, which is December lows. December lows is a massive level on the Dow, right? But for a quick trade, there's still space to make some profits. Now, having said that, if we look at the forward chart on the Dow, I really don't see a setup, right? I really don't see a setup. Now, having said that, this level is still holding as the 35,000 level, still holding pretty much as resistance, right? So anything below this level should be a sell. Now, the range or the no trade range for me is this one right here between the 35,000 level and the 300 level. So this entire range is a no trade range for me. Now, having said that, should price rally against towards that 35,000 level on the Dow and reject the weekly period, the 35,000 level, etc., 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 here it would be a very good place to look for sales, right? But I need to see a clear rejection of this level. Now, and bear with me because I'm going to go through um, at least three possible scenarios on every single market, right? So first scenario, right, would be a pre-market rally towards the 35,000 level and a clear rejection of this level, right? Just a piece of advice: do not trade pre-market on options expiration Friday. Don't do that, right? Wait for that opening volume, because if you do, you're going to get stopped out. Yeah, yeah, you're going to burn money. So second scenario, um, I'm gonna I'm gonna go here on the 15-minute chart. That's fine. Second scenario would be there's still uh, a mid-level here on this range. Would I'm sorry. Second scenario would be a retest of these highs, but this is a lower probability trade, so I would not trade it. Now, the third scenario would be a clear um, break of the lows. Now, this Romania in the house. So a clear break of the lows would in fact be also something that I would want to trade. And the reason is because of the risk to reward ratio in this possible breakout. Now, where should my targets be here? Hold on. How do I? Hold on. Right. Where should my targets be? Around the 33,700 level. And of course, that um, I don't know future price action. No one knows. But just based on current price action, stop losses would have to be above these highs. Now, uh, um, please be aware and listen to me. This is just I mean, this is just my analysis and my possible scenarios that I possibly will be trading, but not pre-market. It's very plausible that when the market opens, we're going to get a ton of volume. It's very plausible that we're going to get some fake outs here. That's why I'm not going to place a sell stop. And it's very possible that we're going to get some spikes up. And that would mean that we're going to get a higher high and my stops are going to be a little bit wider. Should we get a rejection on this level, right? So third scenario would be, I'm sorry, a rally towards this level, and a break of the lows. Basically giving me a one-to-one on this trade, right? This is the Dow. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq. I'm not keen on trading the Nasdaq at all. I really don't see a setup here um, at all. Just by looking at the 4-hour chart, tell me guys what you think about this too. Just by looking at the 4-hour chart, right now price is trading in the middle of nowhere, right? Um, taking trades when price is trading um, not at a key level to me is burning money because those trades have no edge because I mean, these levels act as magnets, and I mean, it's laughable, but it's true, right? So shorts on the Nasdaq for me would have to be at the retest of the previous broken lows. But just by looking at the structure of this market on the past you know week worth of trading, I just don't like it because there is absolutely no direction here. I mean, you can see that we are trading inside of a massive range, and I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, a spike high here towards the 14,500 level or so, yeah, could bring some opportunities to the downside. Uh, but what I don't like about this is that one, we have today's lows, yesterday's lows, etc., and these massive lows here. So three massive key levels to the downside that could stop uh, um, bearish momentum if it plays out. S&P 500. Now, this is something that I do like a ton. The reason that I like the S&P 500 is because of this. Let me show you the daily chart. Again, looking at sales, at possible sales. Now, if we look at from today's lows, right, towards this key level, we're looking at a possible, I mean, not a possible, but yeah, a possible 2.4% move to the downside. So there's room in this market for a good risk to reward ratio short. Now on the 4 hour chart, Andy, how are you? How are you? I reckon you are already at the pub, right? So here, what I think about the S&P 500, mates, is this, right? My no trade range is a lot tighter in this market, right? And possible targets here are, um, I'm sorry, I was looking at my little screen. Hold on. So, and possible targets here are towards January lows. This entire zone right here. So, again, on all three markets that I just went through, there's no setup at the moment. And very possibly, I'm not going to be able to send a VAP trade. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to send a VAP, yeah, a VAP trade should we get a ton of volume at the open, right? That's why I'm doing this show, just to show you what levels I'm looking at for possible shorts, right? I don't have a plan for longs, so if if at the open, buyers, big buyers jump in and price completely breaks with this level and continues to rally, then I'm gonna stay flat on U.S. equities. All my trade scenarios or my trade plans are to the downside. But I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, no one knows future auction, future volume. So, um, yeah, that's what I am looking at. So on the S&P 500, this is a very nice level again. I mean, if price rallies towards this level again, here is where I will look for short. And this is my preferred market to short US equities on a possible rejection of the 44, let's call it the 44A level right here. Pretty cool. Um, and hear me out. If we get, hold on, where are you? If we get this again, if we get this again, just have a look at the possible risk to reward ratio on this short towards, towards January lows. We're talking a possible 3.5 R to TP2 and a 1.5 R to TP1. Of course, that if this scenario plays out, I will be taking profits here. Most of my trade, around 70% here. Why? Because this is a massive level, and I don't know if sellers are going to be strong enough to swipe all the buy orders that are in place here, right? No one knows. So that's why you have to take profits at every single one of your key levels. So 1.5 are towards the lows here. 3.5 are towards my um, TP2. And yeah, this is a trade that I would not turn into a swing trade at all. This is just a possible option expiration Friday play. Any questions? It's not 1 o'clock yet, Andy. Right. Let's have a look at what else? What happened here? Hold on. Uh, hold on. I think I deleted DXY. Yeah, I did. So I was looking at the USD too. So, um, as you already know, I am a US dollar trader. So, basically, that's what I know. That the 96.70 level is historically massive on the uh, on the DXY, US dollar, right? Looking at the 2 week chart, I mean, you can see that this is or since March 2015, and we can go even uh, towards 98, 99, 2000, etc. This level has historically been massive. So, that's the reason, mate. That's the reason that I have not traded the US dollar this week. Because, I actually traded this flag breakout. When was it? At the beginning of January, right? This flag breakout, but as you can see, boom, it completely faked out of the 96.70 level, right? Uh, we have a question from Andy. How much of an effect do you think the fundamentals, such as the geopolitical tension in Ukraine, is affecting the markets? Well, the reason that we have made so much money in gold is just because of that, exactly. Um, when just think about it this way, right? In this particular case, um, where um, you know, I'm going to explain it in layman's words, where a possible war might trigger, risk risk turns off in the markets. That means that investors um, look for, uh, I mean, move their money from riskier investments towards safe havens, such as gold, right? Why? Because of the expectancy of I mean, you cannot know what's going to happen, but if you have confidence in the overall health of the markets, you are going to look for riskier investments that can yield a higher return, right? But if you don't, you're going to look for safe havens um, because you don't know what is going to happen. So, in this case, should something happen in Ukraine with Russia, etc., right? Markets are going to crash. So that's why, money is moving towards gold, and that's why we have seen this massive move to the upside. That's why I have only been looking for buys in gold this week. Thank you, Mr. Putin. Well, you are more than welcome. Are you still holding that one? I am, you know. Yeah, let's talk about gold a little bit. And the reason that I'm still holding some gold buys is because of this. Let's go to the 4-day chart. This. Just have a look at this fucking chart, right? This is massive. Actually, let's go to the weekly chart. It's even better. So, yeah. Just look at this fucking chart. It's beautiful. So the reason that I'm still holding on gold buys is because of this, right? Uh, it's very plausible, without what's happening geopolitically in Ukraine. Um, and if gold was trading the way that it's trading right now without that fundamental push, let's call it, it's very possible that at this level, right here at the retest of the 1900 level, we would get a massive jump, right? This is a massive level. Just have a look at this. I mean, just have a look at this. Just have a look at this, right? But because of what's going on, you know, and because of what is driving um, gold prices up, it's very plausible that we are going to break with that 1900 level. I don't know if we're going to break. My stops are a break even. If price completely breaks down, I'm going to get stopped out at break even, which is fine because I already made a killing in this trade. But if, if gold breaks with the 1900 level, mate, whoa, just hold to your buys for dear life because it, because we could actually be looking at a massive weekly bullish flag breakout. So that's what I'm looking at. That's why I'm still holding. That's why I'm not going to close anything. And yeah, and all of that, oh, I mean, all those trades in gold were sent to the VIP group. So if you want to be part of the VIP group, in fact, I have I have something for you guys. If you want to be part of the VIP group, write them down. And you just don't want to miss on I'm sorry uh, our massive trades. Here you go. I'm gonna send to the chat a discount coupon that will give you. Actually, I don't know how much it will give you. Let's have a look how much it will give you. Right. So, right, if you choose the monthly plan here, uh-huh, and you use the coupon code, copy, click here for the coupon, and we apply it. Well, you are going to get apparently a 20% discount. Yeah, so that is a little gift for you if you want to join the VIP club. I was going to say club. The VIP group, just use the coupon trade 25 right now. Here's the link. Here's the link. So, we're still holding that gold trade. What else? There's nothing much. And I'm sorry. You know, um, I was looking at possibly adding to my gold trade, but price didn't really pull back to my key level, to the previous highs, right? Just like it did here. So for me, there's no trade. More so because we are really close to that massive zone. South Africa in the house. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. We're focusing, we're just focusing on high probability trades and just letting them ride. Uh, you know, you know, over trading just gone. Niels, if you're not VIP, it's highly recommended you to go. Never been that confident trading, especially with Orlando Trade, actually. Yes, thank you, mate. I am going to use your kind words for marketing purposes, if you don't mind. Thank you. I really like the feedback. And I don't take anything personally. So I don't. I mean, if your feedback is negative, just I mean, just always, 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 send it. You know, um, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to get mad because I get negative feedback. That's not. That's just dumb. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be trading today unless I see that opportunity on the S&P 500. And I know that I told you that I don't have a buy setup, but you know what? Um, Scratch that. Thank you, Niels. Oh yeah. Okay. Niels said it. So yeah, I know I told you I don't have a buy setup, a plan for U.S. equities rally. Uh, but 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 you know but and that is a sell gold. Nah, I mean, do you? I don't know. I'm on a big buying gold, mate. I'm not gonna sell gold ever. So, talking about possible longs on the S&P 500, the spoof here, it's you know, um, you know, and again, um, when the market opens, uh, go to the very low time frames, to the 3 minute chart, not to get your trade on, not to get your setup on, you know, but to really look at the volume. Why? Because if you look at the hourly chart, on the S&P 500, what you're going to see possibly is this, right? And um, just have a look at the open volume for about 5 minutes, right? So if price rallies, if buyers jump in here, right? If price rallies towards this level, and actually everything that I told you before, yeah, those are scenarios, but thank you, Mohammed. I am well. I am well. Inshallah, we will make money today. Nah, no trades on gold or silver today, mate. So, so at the open, if price rallies towards this level right here, I'm not gonna be hasty to get in on a sell trade at all. Actually, what I need to see is price reject this level and create somewhat of a this kind of a pattern, right? For me to be able to sell at the break of the low. So that's one. And I was thinking whilst I was talking to you guys that if price really rallies and retests this level without breaking lower, that would mean that buyers are in control. And here we could actually find a nice, nice risk to reward buy. Much, much better than the possible shorts that I had in mind. So, you know, could be a flip-flop in the sense that, yeah, I don't have a bias. I will take what the market is willing to give me today, right? Yeah, and I will be. I'm gonna send this straight to the VIP group. Of course, I will. Actually. Earlier I told you that possibly I wasn't going to be sending it because of how volatile the open is, but because I'm going to wait for, the open volume to settle down. It's very possible that 100%, if I take a trade, I will send it to the VIP group. So if you want to be part of that, if you want to follow that trade, I know what to do. The link is on the chat, and if you use the code TRADE25, you're going to get 25% off. I don't know if it's 20 or 25, but you're going to get a discount. Any questions? I've been live for 44 minutes, and I have nothing else to say. Right, the U.S. dollar. Yeah, we're talking about the 96.70 level on the DXY, massive, massive level on the DXY. Um, you know, yeah, the reason that I mean, I haven't taken a trade on the USD this week is just because of this. I mean, would you want to trade this fucking chopness? No. Who would want to trade this? Who would want to trade this? No one. I mean, there's no clear direction. Yeah, I mean, I'm possibly looking for longs in the sense that I'm sorry, this level right here is holding. The previous broken highs, previous base, etc. Very important key pivotal level in immediate historic price action. It's holding. It's fucking holding. But super choppy, mates. Super choppy. Just have a look at what happened here. This fake out. I mean, this was a massive, massive bull trap. You know. Yeah, I don't want to get caught in the bull trap. So no. But looking at the hourly chart, a break of this structure, the immediate structure. I mean, this bearish channel that I just drew. Yeah, I mean, I could possibly see um, bullish momentum at the break of this channel. Now, having said that, it would be ill-advised to buy the USD at the break of the channel right here or the break of today's highs. Why? Because the true validation level, for a bullish continuation is a break of this level right here and this spike high. So what I need to see actually for me to be able, I mean, for me to actually look and, click the buy button on the USD is a rally above this level holding, and then a continuation higher. It's unlikely that I will be trading the upside on the USD today. My focus is US equities and just holding on to my fucking gold trade. Darshan, where did I learn how to trade? Well, that's funny. I mean, I taught myself how to trade, a long time ago. I was out of university on my first job, I remember. I hated it. I had to wear I had to wear a suit every fucking day to my job. I hated it. And then I got an email that said, uh, become rich overnight by trading forex. Of course that didn't reading that email wasn't the trigger for me to start trading, but it made me think. Shit. I studied economics on the university. Uh, my best grades were always in probability and math. I love global macro. So, and this was me, more than 10 years ago, thinking to myself, sitting on that desk on the job that I hated with a fucking tie around my neck, that I could do it. So I started uh, I started to look online on, how to do this. I didn't even know how to open a brokerage account, etc. So I started looking out. I did the baby beeps, shit. Um, um, I saw a ton of videos, but the information, it's, when I started, was so badly curated that I don't even want to think how badly curated it is right now. So there were tons of systems. I remember that I started trading, with tons of indicators. I even used the fucking Ichimoku cloud that I don't really know how it works, but my charts were just filled with indicators. And it got to it got to After, a year or so, trading demo, without seeing real results, um, no data. Can you guys hear me? Of indicators. Yeah. So, yeah, without seeing real results, right? It really, really, really fucked with my head because I was sure that I could do it, but I was looking at so many markets and so many indicators, that it was impossible to have an edge, right? This is before even depositing one fucking single dollar into a trading account. So what I did, mate, what I did is just I said, fuck it, And whilst I was doing that, yeah, I got scammed. I remember buying this holy grail system for like $900, and it really just was a moving average crossover system. Yeah, I did it all. I was scammed, everything. So, yeah, at the end, I just said, fuck it. And I deleted all the indicators on my charts, and I just started doing this. I just started doing this, right? Right. Doing this. Doing this. Trading view was not an option back then. I was doing this on my MT4, just looking at historic levels on the markets that I was trading. Just looking at historic levels and just looking without placing a trade how price reacted to those levels, after that. And I started focusing also on economic data. You know, I started understanding that you need to focus on one single currency. Yeah, you need to focus on one single currency, you know, and then then look for trades in currency pairs, etc., or the markets that you trade, right? Fast forward a couple of years, and that's it. Sorry about that, Darshan. I don't know why the bot deleted your messages, but yeah, you know, um, teaching yourself how to trade it's a stupid thing. But yeah, there were times where I was, I remember the first time I deposited $500, I think, on a trading account. I blew that account in less than a week. Um, I remember, I remember that I deposited on a Tuesday, and it was Friday, and I had lost about $200 of the $500, right? And then I saw a setup in gold, and I went big. The funny thing
So we're
was
10
it
minutes
was
away
really
now, and we
easy.
expect comments from ECB's
Yeah,
Elderson,
the
said to be
funny
delivering
thing
a speech at
was
the Industry
that
Dialogue.
it was non-farm payrolls Friday, and I didn't know that. So, and back there, non-farm payrolls was really volatile, right? So let's imagine that I bought gold here, and my stops were really tight. So, and non-farm payrolls uh, beat expectations. So I saw this, and I thought to myself, I'm the greatest trader ever. But then, brrrn, price just completely and utterly stopped me out for I think on that trade I lost like $250. So I had $50 on my account remaining, which I blew on the same session because I was trying to chase my losses. So what I did, I remember, yeah, price in gold went down. So what I did when I got stopped out, tried to sell here, but I was trying to go too big, so I had no margin. I tried to sell here. I finally sold here, and then prrrp, I got margin called. Yeah, um, that's 10, more than 10 years ago. uh, that I didn't even know what non-farm payrolls was, you know. Yeah, I mean, the thing about this, I mean, Darshan, is that the learning curve is super steep, mate. It's super super steep, and you know, oof, you know, my advice, mate, my advice. I mean, if you're in university, I mean, you do you. You know, I have my opinion on university, you know, but you do you. But my advice is that I mean, this is a skill, mate. You know, this is a fucking skill. The difference between a skill and a talent is that a skill can be learned, and a skill can be perfect, can be optimized by repetition, right? If you put on the fucking work, you are going to develop a skill, right? But it's going to take time. So in my advice is that you do your fucking university, right? If you have a take a 9 to 5 job, take the fucking 9 to 5 job, and whilst you are working that 9 to 5 job, keep working on your skill until you are strong enough and you have historic data backing your possible decision of leaving that job, right? Until you feel comfortable enough that you can make money in the long term, right? And you need to understand tons of things, right? That I mean, for example, uh, the the first thing that I tell people is that this game is not about who knows where fucking gold is going to be in 9 months. No one knows. This game is about probabilities and single math and simple math. I'm sorry, right? There's nothing else about this. I trade four setups, and I know exactly how profitable those setups are on the markets that I trade because I have done the back test, right? And by being disciplined and only trading those setups is where I get my edge, right? So my advice is, if you're out of university, get that fucking job, and save that money, save that payday, every single month or every single week, wherever the fuck are you? I don't know how. I don't know if you're gonna get paid weekly, but save money and build equity. Don't burn money trading. That's a no-go. Don't burn. I did it, and it's awful. Don't burn money trading. I know that there's a ton of people, there's a ton of traders that say, it's not the same thing to trade live than to trade demo. To those people, I say, fuck you. You know why? Because there's a difference psychologically, right? Holding on to a trade whilst it's making real money or losing real money or just on a demo account. But if you make that difference in your head, you are just not on the right mindset, right? This is a game about decisions, right? So it really doesn't fucking matter if you're trading a $100 account, demo account, or a $10 million account. The decisions are Godspeed Freeman. What's your opinion on tight stop losses for smaller account being used just for VIP signal $500 account? Listen, mate. Um, I don't know if you. I hate type. I'm sorry. I hate tight stop losses. You know, historically, for me at least, and for the setups that I um, my trades got stopped out um, about 60% of the time, whilst after that they will move on my favor, right? So no. Darton, just put on the work and you will be there. For example, I don't know if you saw, I did a little test. I did a little test, and I moved. How much was it? Hold on. On February 1st, I moved $500 to a new account, a smaller account, right? And I traded only gold and Bitcoin. Bitcoin were all my losses, whilst gold were all my winners. And right now that account is at 1.3K, 1.6K with open profits. So, if I had used tight stop losses, tight stop losses, for example, here, let me show you. 15-minute chart right here. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on my last gold trade, right? No, this one. If I had used tight stop losses here, my buy, just have a look at this fucking thing, right? My buy was, I think at the break of these highs, my stop losses were all, of course, actually below another low. But if I had put my stop losses here, I would have been stopped out just to see price rallying 5% on my direction. So what the fuck? I mean, why? Why would you want to do that? I mean, it really doesn't make sense to use tight stop losses because what makes sense is to put your stop losses at a level that should price break with it, it invalidates your trade idea, right? It invalidates your trade idea. So my stop losses were uh, here below this low, actually, personally, right? I use wide stop losses, man. I use wide stop losses. But because I know that I know that if I use tight stop losses, man, um, there's going to be a higher percentage of my trades that are going to be stopped out just before the move of my direction. So, I understand that. I understand where you're coming from. That you want to use, tight stop losses to get a bigger size on your trade. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. If you want to grow that account, what you need to do is to swing trade. I mean, um, do you think it's? I mean, yeah. Uh, I almost 1.5x that account in a couple of weeks just by just by just by trading gold, just by taking profits at my key levels, and just by holding on. This what I have left here of this buy, I held through this fucking dip, and that's the other thing, right? That's the other thing that I learned, my years of trading is that um, there was a time where I was almost where I am right now, in the sense of how I trade, right? And how I hold my trades for a long term. But what I did differently is that I never took profits, right? I never took profits. And it's not the same to hold on to your entire position and see this dip, right? Because psychologically speaking, you are going to see the monetary result of that pullback, and that is going to make you make bad decisions, close on a panic, and then you're going to miss on that entire move, which again, it's moving again more. We're going to break with that 1900 level today, guys. Congratulations to all the VIPs. So it's time for that music.
Here comes the money. Here money talk. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Dollar, dollar.
yeah, I mean, it was a grind. It was a grind, but this is what works for me, you know. Yeah, I have a friend that he's really a swing trader in the sense that he really holds his entire position, right? But that's his trading personality, right? It's not mine. And I mean, we're talking about because he took that gold trade with me. Um, and he's still holding that trade. And he tell me, why would you take profits here or have your position here if your target's all the way here? And I told him, because I don't fucking know if price is going to break with these levels. No one knows. And this guy is completely and utterly okay with a very small percentage of his trades running. Right? Most of his trades are either stopped at a break even or at a loss. So that's not my game. Yeah, so that's how I learned how to trade, you know. Yeah, I don't know. Any more questions, guys? Very small. Any more questions? If you want to be part of the VIP, uh, you know what to do. Um, I'm gonna share with you again that the link and shit, the link and the coupon code or the discount code trade 25. Yeah, so you get, I think, a 25% off your VIP subscription. You know, uh, if you're interested in uh, swing trading, you should join the swing trading group, swing trading VIP group. Same link, you can use the same code. It's right here, separate swing trading group. You know, yeah, there's some new things that we're going to start doing there. It's pretty cool what we're going to start doing there because um, I'm going to turn that group from a broadcast group to a string trading community. So, if you jump in right now, it's going to cost you £50 a month. But pretty soon it's going to be much more expensive, right? Yeah, and everybody has a story, you know. Uh, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how I got here, it's crazy. Uh, it's crazy that I am here because you know, just thinking back, there were so many times, so many moments that I said, this, fuck this. I mean, this is, I mean, I have bills to pay, and it was too fucking hard, you know. Yeah, and like I was telling you, who was it? Who was in university? Tarshan. I, 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 I made a mistake in the sense that I got in um, full time too quick um, without really being profitable in the long term. Thank God I had a good caution. That's the other thing, right? If you're looking to make the jump to full time trading, make sure you have at least 1 year of payables your account to live off because you're not going to make money on the first year or 6 months or whatever. But if you subscribe to the VIP group, you might. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me again. Been live for an hour. It's cool, to share these stories. I have a ton more stories that I'll be sharing with you. Some of them are really funny. Most of them are really, really funny in the sense that yeah, in hindsight, they're really funny, but when I was there at that moment, it was really not funny at all. But you learn from. from those mistakes. And I wish I wish that uh, back in the day, 13 to 12 years ago, there were these kind of groups, where you could actually learn from someone that knows what he's talking about, not just, someone that is looking for the 15 SMA to cross over with the 50 SMA or whatever the fuck. That doesn't work for me. But I wish that this existed and feel blessed. I'm really serious. If you are here and if you are really, really looking uh, to, to develop this skill, this is the place for you, right? If you're really serious about it, I will guide you. I will help you in every way that I can. And I'm not saying I'm the best trader at all, you know, but I've done the grind, I've done the work, yeah. And if what I mean, if the way that I trade or if the way that I look at the markets makes sense to you, yeah, I mean, this is the place for you. It's fine if it doesn't make sense to you because this is not for everybody. You know, a scalper is not going to agree with me on anything, and a scalper might make a ton of money, and I will not agree with a scalper on the way that he or she trades, but it's fine because there's a ton of ways to make money in the market, but this is mine. And yeah, and just to finish up with this, oh boy, I wish I just want to see gold break with that level, and it's looking super good. Just have a look at this. Oh yeah, this is looking fine. It's looking very good. I don't know if let's have a look. U.S. futures advance on U.S.-Russia dialogue next week amidst increased shelling in Ukraine. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is going to be good for my gold. Uh, you know, uh, let's have a look at equity. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, shit. I don't know. Um, right. I don't know if any of my scenarios are going to play out on US equities, but yeah, I'm gonna still wait for those. So heads up, the casino opens in an hour. Heads up to to the open volume. Don't trade pre-market. Don't trade pre-market. Just a piece of advice. And just heads up to that. And if you are with me on that goal long, just hold on to your balls and don't close it. You know, even if price rejects this level, we still have the 1870 level. To look for more longs. And I mean. In any case, I'm okay with any of the two scenarios, with a breakout or the pullback towards the 1870 level, in which case I will look for more buys. Right? That's my 2 cents on the markets for today. Thank you for joining me, guys. And again, if you're not part of the VIP team, uh, you know what to do. There's the link below. The link is on the chat, and use that.